The last thing I wanted to talk about was kind of this radicalization or this ramp up of these attacks, not just on Tesla owners, but Tesla themselves. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. There was released a doxing website of Tesla owners and their home addresses, and the icon to scroll the website was a Molotov cocktail. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
I didn't see that, but I saw that Pam Bondi has officially declared the attacks part of domestic terrorism.
It is.
It is. I don't know. At this point, I think a few days ago, I posited the question. I said, "Is this domestic terrorism?" Oh, Jeremy likes faux. Yes, I do. Bigly.
Faux is good.
Yeah, or pho. Sorry if I mispronounce it, but yes, I like Vietnamese food a lot. I also like the spring rolls that they wrap in like the soy paper, and then they put like meat in those too. Those are really good.
Have you had Tom Yum?
Yes, love it. Oh, yeah.
That's like the best soup in the world.
Yeah. So this was via the New York Post, and I think Timbo Slice covered it too. Doxing website that shows personal details of Tesla owners has Molotov cocktail as cursor. I mean, is this like, here it is. Like, you can hover over people, you can hover over superchargers, and this, like, whoever put this website up, I feel like is, really dancing with some like domestic charges, don't you think? Like, no. I think they're getting pretty dang close.
Yeah. No, they're not even they're completely not close. What's happening is that they're just doxing people. If people own a Tesla and you simply go to the address and say, "Oh, here's the address," or something like that, or you get an address in, you yourself are not coordinating any attacks. That would be a good legal defense.
Probably.
Yeah,
doxing is not and doxing is not illegal. It's just frowned upon. So
I wonder if you could be like an accessory though, right? Like you are presenting the information in a way that facilitates crime.
Even if the person dies in the process, you wouldn't be charged. Well, you could be charged.
I think Styx is right. You would probably get charged to make a point, but you probably would probably defeat it in court.
As long as you and somebody who's putting up a website like that probably has at least enough money to hire a competent attorney. So what's going to happen is they'll dox a bunch of people, a bunch of damage will be done. They'll say, "Well, I wasn't telling anyone to do anything wrong. I was just showing them where the Teslas were burning," and stuff like that.
Well, to me, I could make a case for incitement, but I think I would lose in court. I think that this would be upheld by the First Amendment. Now, if this person, if there were more going on behind the scenes and this was part of a larger case, maybe it would become part of the evidence. But this is meant to make Tesla owners scared. And I think that Trump is doing the right thing and Pam Bondi is doing the right thing by kind of overreacting to this, because you can't allow this. This is, they're terrorizing. First of all, there's been a real negative financial effect on the stock market due to this. There's been the people that are doing this too are getting brought up on federal charges. I don't know if you saw that. The people who are keying these cars are getting federal charges. So I don't know what the exact charge is, but they've escalated to federal levels. So
in her statement, Bondi said that there are several people who have been brought up on charged with several perpetrators with that in mind, including cases that involve charges with a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence. So she didn't say what the charge was, but they're trying to stress that this is not something that you're just getting away with.
Well, some of it could be arson in these cases.
Well, yeah, that for sure.
If incendiaries are used, improvised explosive device, you're going to prison for a while, my dude.
Right.
Yeah, vandalism cases, though, I honestly feel like the government is not going to be able to tackle this issue as easily as private individuals, should they understand who the perpetrator is, with civil lawsuits.
civil lawsuits are going to bankrupt these people.
Yeah.
And what I really think Elon should do is just like put $200,000 aside and say, like, if somebody does this to your car, I will pay for it to get repaired, because he can. And it would just be like, I think it would make these people doing it feel even more feckless. Like, oh, Elon's just going to repair it. So what am I going to do? What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you this.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, I think as somebody who owns 2 Teslas, I can tell you, I dare you to do it. Like, I will make your life a living hell. I will make you more famous than you ever wanted. I will do a GoFundMe. I will sell coffee. I will make you spend the next 10 years in court regretting this one moment of your life. And I don't care if I ever, and my viewers, like, that's when this stuff started happening, I'm like, God, I hope someone does it. I hope they try. Like, you do this to my wife's car, you're going to have even worse of a problem. Like, I'm going to have my viewers going through every little bit of your entire family's history, and I'm going to make everybody pay. Like, if there's unpaid tickets, if there's somebody got a late bill, if there's a collection agency looking for them, I will rain hell upon you and your family if you do this. And I hope
the militia will help you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I hope one of these idiots does this to my car. But like, I sued a guy who had no money and took what little money he had. I've shown myself to be very petty when it comes to violence and things like that. And so what I feel bad is, like, these people are like parking their Teslas at airports, and like idiots are keying them. And like, I think that I agree with Pam, but some could view this as favoritism, and I could see that argument. But I agree with the fact that, like, Pam Bondi and these people are coming out and saying, no, this is not, you're not going to Tesla dealerships and burning Teslas. You're not going to in private properties, people's houses, and keying their Teslas. That's just not happening. I suspect that this is over by the end of the week. Like, this will not happen anymore. It'll be the few isolated incidents, but I think that this just isn't going to last.
I don't think it's going to last because it's kind of a weird fad, and it doesn't, to me, and I could be wrong, I haven't followed the numbers on this that closely, it doesn't seem like more and more people are joining in. It does
and
seem
everyone's getting caught.
Everyone's getting caught, and nothing is happening to Elon Musk. Like, he is still hanging out with Trump. His kid is still getting to ride on, whatever helicopter. Like,
yeah,
if you don't like him, it's not making Trump distance himself from him. If you don't like Elon Musk, it's not really hurting. I mean, it's hurting stocks, but he has so much money that he is not suffering the way like an individual stockholder is. So you're just really making yourself seem more extreme from the general population.
It's like that
funny part. Another funny part is that a lot of Tesla owners are liberals, because people that were buying Teslas a few years ago, before Twitter was acquired and before the election, a lot of them were liberals. In fact, outright leftoids. We're going to save the planet by buying this Chinese lithium battery, stuff like that. So you may have just destroyed someone's vehicle who ideologically agrees with you. Well,
there's a good shot. There's a good chance. Like, unless you go for like that's why they target Cybertrucks, because they feel like maybe that's less likely that they're going to have somebody who ideologically disagrees with them.
Or it's more recognizable, so that's the only Tesla that they can see,
But there's 20 cameras around these things. Like, these people are so dumb. Like, I think there's been a half dozen that got caught in the last week alone. I don't think a single person has gotten away with it. And like, they're going to start where there's going to be a few people that are going to mask up and like be more like stealth about it and try and get away with it.
Oh, watch. They'll wear Guy Fawkes masks.
Yeah, they'll do stuff like that. Yeah, but it's not, I don't think that this is something that, I think that most people think this is dumb. Like, most people, like, when they're like, hey, I keyed that Tesla guy's car, it's like, I bet you their friends are like, well, how do you know that he's a Trump supporter? Like, how do you know, like, that guy could be a crunchy liberal? So now I see people are like defending themselves with like, I bought this before Elon went crazy. There's a guy on Twitter, and I wish I could give him a shout out because I think he's going to send it to me. He built this thing. He's got a big bumper sticker that's like, yeah, I bought this before Elon, before whatever, and now I'm even more happy or something like that. And then he's got like a little.
It's gonna make me buy a second one, kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. And then like he's got a little Elon that like mechanically will pop out of the trunk while you're driving and like dance around. Like he knows it, and I know it. Like, go ahead and key the car. I'm going to send it to insurance. First of all, you better have the right tool because your key probably won't even damage the stainless steel. But on top of that, I'll get it fixed and you'll still be a loser. Like, it just doesn't, it's steel. They can buff it out. Like, it's not going to cost me much. And you're still going to be a complete loser. So, I mean, I'm thinking about leaning more into it. Like, I just think more like, well, I'm going to go ahead and, try to rile these people up because screw them. Like, it's crazy to me.